today I want to talk about money. Only because I did a Joe Dispenza abundance meditation yesterday and it was phenomenal. And for those who don't know who Joe Dispenza is, he is amazing. Go check his work out, go read his books, listen to his videos, his meditations. Yeah, he's great. He's great. Anyway, so yesterday I was doing the abundance meditation and I was trying my best to just let go and drop into the meditation and to not so much be in my logical mind of thinking about what's possible and what's not possible. And I was like, okay, let's just try and let go. Let's just ease into the unknown of how new opportunities and new possibilities can come to me. And also just like letting go. It just hit me to the core. And it was very clear. And I just realized that I want money for comfort and to share with people. Share experiences, share resources, share enjoyment, share love, etc., etc. Just to use it to share with other people in the world. And I got out of it and I was like, whoa, this is a new level of understanding. A new level of understanding to why I want money and what money as a tool is in my life. And before I just thought like, oh, I want money, basics, just to eat, to travel, for freedom, for clothes, to get my needs met. That's what I always said. And I really thought about those things and was like, yeah, that's what I want it for. But after that meditation, I sat down and I wrote down all the things I thought I wanted money for in the past and realized that I actually didn't need money for those things. And those things were like freedom, creativity, to feel good about myself, to travel. And I was like, well, I've proven to myself that I've been able to travel for the last 2 years on very little amount of money. I've created so many different things without money. I've met like-minded people without money. I know how to feel and experience freedom without money. I know how to feel good about myself without needing money. And I was like, whoa, all of those past beliefs have now been shattered. And I'm like, okay, well, this makes sense. And this is really good that now I know this, because then this flows back into your purpose and why you're doing the things that you want to do. Because I've always been very on and off with money. I've had years where I'm like, fuck money, I'm just gonna focus on creating and doing something that I love. And I would do that for 2 years and then burn out because I was just like living off nothing. And then I was like, well, I need to get my needs met now. I want some clothes and I want to go out and have fun. I should be allowed to have fun. So it's like, how do you combine those things, right? And then I've had periods where I've earned good money, but then I've not been satisfied with my job. And I've always just wanted to combine those two things together. And I know a lot of people say that it's impossible, and that in itself is a belief, a limiting belief. And I wanted to go on this journey of how can I be fulfilled in both, have a fulfilling career that I love and is unique to me and combines my passion and my purpose and all the things that I love, and also be able to be supported and get my needs met. And in the meditation, I remember thinking like, well, what about clothes and stuff and having a nice home and stuff? And a part of me, like a deep knowing, was like, don't worry, you'll have that stuff. So you don't need to worry about that stuff. And what's really actually important to you, what fills your soul and makes you light up, is the ability to share with other people. And and of course you can give and you can share things that don't require money. You can give your time, your attention, your ability to listen, to love someone, to care for someone. Those things obviously don't require money, you don't need money for that. But I'd love to be in a position where I can use money as a tool to share with other people, to share experiences and a love for life, and to make, I'm catching myself, to make people feel good. And that's okay, because part of me is like, well, you don't need money to feel good, but that's okay. There have been experiences where someone has given me money or given me something for free, and that has made me feel good. And I think what it is about is that kind of like belief and hope and faith and love and humanity and human connection. Maybe that's what it is. And I think so it's really important when you get to the core of why you want money, because then everything kind of makes sense, and that is that driving force. And actually, when you align with what feels really good to you, when you are able to discard all the fear and all the logic of like, oh well, this doesn't make sense, and you can't make money being a creative, and etc. When you just are able to tap into that flow and clarity of like, okay, this is what I enjoy doing. I'm going to commit to this. I'm going to believe in this. There's nothing else that I want to do. So I'm just going to do it. That's when things start supporting you and money flows, and because you get more resources, you get more money to fuel that passion, to fuel that desire and that purpose. So maybe have a think and write it down. It's a really good journaling exercise. Why do you want money? And your answer now probably won't be the same answer in 6 months' time or a year's time or 2 years' time, or when you drop into a meditation and have a massive epiphany. And that's okay. Allow things to evolve and to change, because it's really just an unraveling. It's like an onion, unravel slowly. And life allows you to unravel that. But it's also like, can you allow yourself to unravel that? The ego gets in the way quite a lot. And so my ego could have been like, no, I want money for clothes. Because I've been, living in with a suitcase for the last 8 months and wearing the same clothes for the last 8 months. And I barely bought any clothes for the last 2 years. Whilst when I was in China, I was buying like 5 pieces of clothing like every month. And I can do both. I can be minimalistic, and I can purge and indulge and all that stuff. But I remember when I would buy clothes all the time, first it was fun because it was the first time I was experiencing abundance in a new way. But then after a while, it was not fulfilling. It wasn't doing anything for me. And I kept lying to myself, telling myself that it was okay, just keep going out and buying clothes and everything will be fine. And it was like, no, this is not fulfilling. You need to do something more with your career. You need to live somewhere else. You need to expand on how you connect with people and with the world. And so my ego could have, that's an example of my ego holding on and getting in the way of my purpose and my passion and what I truly feel like I should be doing. But can you allow the ego to get out of the way? Because when you do, you get to the core and things become easier and simpler and funner, and they make sense, right? And I think that's what we're all trying to do in this world, in life, is trying to make sense of things. And things can make sense if you allow them. If you become more honest with yourself, if you allow things to unravel and fall apart. And when I kind of realized that, I want money for comfort, and comfort can mean a range of things: a nice home, clothes, feel good in my body, healthcare, a nice car, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I want to feel comfortable. And then the ability to share with people in this world. That is it doesn't feel like this massive, like a massive separation. Generally, like when the ego wants things, it's like, oh my God, I want that thing, but I don't have it. How do I get it? How much money do I need? How long is it going to take me to get that money? Blah, 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 blah. It's very stressful. And puts you in a state of anxiety and lack and inadequacy. You feel less than when the ego sees something that it wants that doesn't have it, and other people have it. You feel inadequate, but you're not inadequate. And when you get to the core of what you want money as a tool for, you don't feel like that. For me, it was like, oh, this makes sense, and it lights me up, and it fills my soul, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. And it just feels peaceful. So yeah, I wanted to share that. Have a look into why you want money and unravel it as you go. Really ask yourself that question. Because when you do, things start making sense and you start getting clarity and you start knowing how to make decisions that better support you and the life that you want. So yeah.